Hello everyone. I hope you can hear me. And I looks like I am live. Yes. Okay, so new event, new topic. So as usual, the ones who are joining me live, just feel free to let me know. Just say hi. Let me know when you are logging in from, and just give me 1 sec because it looks like I'm not sure that the live is. Looks like I might have some connection issues. Just give me 1 sec. Okay, let's see. It should be okay. So, as I said, so the ones who are going to who join me live, just say hello. If you are going to watch the replay, just hashtag replay. So during those 3-day events, I'm going to be talking about holistic detox, lifestyle reset, and how to take ownership of your health and life naturally. And the 3 days are going to be a bit split. So today we're going to talk about all around detoxify your mind. Tomorrow is going to be detox your body, and Saturday I will be talking about detoxifying your environment and creating a safe environment, or an environment that is actually supporting your health and your life. So as I said, because I see that some people are coming in, but I'm not sure how the live is going because it looks like I may have some connection issues. But just say hi if you're joining and let me know where you're from. So for those of you who don't know me, I have been into the natural health for, I would say, the last 20 years. My background, I've been working in finance, and I quit all of this a few years ago now. However, while I was working in corporate, I've been training myself in aromatherapy, Chinese medicine, Ayurveda, quantum biology, quantum physics, Reiki master, chakra, you name it. I've done quite a bit. I'm also a psychic, so I do card readings. And just one thing, because I keep getting a message around the connection. So those of you who are joining, who are looking, watching live, just let me know if everything's fine. So I know that the connection is okay, because I'm not sure. And for me, I just want to share you quickly my story of how I went into this, because it may help some of you. It happened because at some point in my early 20s, I literally lost faith in the Western medicine, in the medical corps, and that mainly was because I could see that, according to me, they didn't have my health, my best interest at heart. So I started to look for ways to take ownership of my health, because I didn't want to have my health in the hands of people who, according to me, again, didn't have my best interests at heart and would just want to prescribe me pills, which is because it's what they just knew how to do to get rid of a symptom, but not getting to the root and understanding what was really happening, underground. So this is how I went into all of this. And the more I was reading, the more I was learning, the more I was educating myself, the more I could see how there is so many how can I say, so many things that don't work, basically, with the Western medicine approach. So I'm not saying it's not good. I'm just saying that it can be good, but for short term. And the problem is that it has become a long-term solution. But because of this, it creates so many side effects, and it creates other issues related to the fact that it's synthetic stuff. So basically, it's really this is very much everything that I'm about to say. It's helping someone to detox their life, detox their health, and it has to be holistic for me, because it has to be mind, body, and soul, because everything is related, everything is connected. So you can't have a healthy body and an unhealthy mind. If your mind is unhealthy, your body is not going to be healthy. And if you put stuff within your body that are not healthy, your mind will not be healthy. It's all connected. And if you focus on stuff that you don't want, if you keep focusing on negative, if you're fear based, it's the same. It's going to bring toxicity within your whole system, and it's going to start affecting your body, your 3D body, and at some point, this is when disease and ailments and pain and all of this start to happen. So, as I said, today it's going to be about detoxifying your mind. So, first of all, I want to share something with you. Some of you may see, I don't know how long it's going to stay, but I have some issues around my eyes here. It's my eyelids, and honestly, now it's better, but it's still super itchy. And this morning, it was like I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to be doing the lives tonight? Because it's not even about how I look, but it was just like I could barely see, because the eye was like half closed, because the eyelid was so swollen. And and I have this kind of the top part of my body, and I was wondering if this was some emotional detox that's happening, because I'm taking this heavy metal detox. Some of you may know it, because I've been talking about it quite a bit, because it's been so effective for me. And it's really powerful when it comes to detoxifying, but it also is detoxifying on an emotional level. And I was talking with a friend today, and because I wasn't sure that this is what has been happening, and I really do believe that it's what's happening. I'm not 100% sure. However, nothing else is happening. Yeah, connection problems. Thank you, Lisa. Um, I hope it will be better. I don't know why it's like this, but I can't change it anyway. So hopefully today will be better, and I will try to improve for tomorrow. For those of you who are watching, I'm very sorry about that. But yeah, so I've been having really like yeah, it's like itchy. It's coming out basically, and I was actually thinking it's good that it's happening now, because I can show you. And some people would just freak out, would be like, oh my gosh, I have to put some okay, thank you, Lisa. So some people would just freak out and go and put some cream on it, but to me this is the worst thing to do, because you have to let the shit come out basically. So if you put cream, which usually those kind of creams have cortisol in them, and they have other shit, so it's going to stop the process, and it's going to block everything. So basically you're going to keep everything inside when it's coming out. And on top of this, cortisol is the worst thing you want to put on your skin. So this is one of the things, and I'll talk about this tomorrow, but it's like when you have some physical reactions on your body, just keep in mind that your body is talking to you all the time. So whatever is happening, it's trying to tell you something. And it can be for me right now, I know that it's some emotional detox, because I've had some really high stress 2 weeks ago happening. And so I know that it's all of this thing that is coming up. And it's best to just, when this happens, just let it out, and just, it's time. So just go through the process basically. So that being said, when it comes to detoxifying your mind, I want to start with introducing everything around energy, frequency, law of attraction. All of this is the same. It's just different wordings, but it's all the same roots, meaning everything in the universe is energy. Everything vibrates at a certain frequency, and whatever you put out there, you attract. So that means that it's not that, we're usually used to see a reality and on to react to this reality. When what you want to when you're doing this, you're just going to keep recreating the same thing because you're just reacting to something that is already there. Instead, you need to understand that you actually have the power to you create from your thoughts and emotions. And I would say you create actually more from your emotions, but your thoughts is the first thing. So you have a thought, you have an idea, you have a plan, or not a plan, but an idea or a project, or something that you can visualize, and then you feel it, you feel into it, and when you feel this, it's actually going to your frequency is going to match this feeling. And everything, like literally everything in your life, can be summarized to feelings. And there is a scale when it comes to feelings, and every feeling, every emotion has a frequency, and whatever the frequency you emanate, you will attract. So and the thing is that there's a tricky part when it comes to understanding that, for example, it's not because you tell yourself, I want more money, that you're going to attract more money. Because usually when you say, I want more money, you are on the scarcity, you are on the lack side. Meaning, because it's like you want this because you don't have it. And when you are in this place, your frequency is a lower one than a place where it's like you feel abundant. So when you are in this place where you're coming from a lack, from scarcity, your frequency is going to be lower. So this is what you're going to attract. And usually it means that you actually don't you don't allow yourself to receive, you don't let things into your life because you are in this lowest frequency. So this can also be, you can also explain this by the fact that it comes from beliefs. You have beliefs, you have different patterns that are going on in your brain. Your brain is literally like a program, and when you you've been programmed since you're born, and even before actually. So your belief systems are often in the way of you getting what it is that you want to create or to achieve in your life. And the reason why I talk about this with your health is because if you think negative thoughts, if you have beliefs that are pulling you down, if you have patterns that keep you playing small because you don't believe in yourself, because you think you're not good enough, and all this comes from events, situations that have been happening in your childhood. So when you think these kind of things, you are actually it's toxic. It's toxic for your mind, and because you are again in a lower frequency, and that is going to resonate within your whole body. And this is when you can start to have pain issues. Like you can easily have some lower back pain issues. Why? Because the root chakra is all related to safety, security, and if you have some fear and some fear around money and scarcity mindset when it comes to money. And I'm taking money because it's usually people can resonate more easily with this. You will stay there. You will keep attracting this, and this will manifest in your body at some point with pain. For example, in your lower chakra. Why? Because this is energy wise. This is where again it's safety, it's security, and the energy is going to just get stuck. It's getting blocked there. So it's the same. I'm going to take another example, and I may shock some of you. So feel free to just be aware that however you react, you choose to react to what I say. I'm putting it out there, and I'm saying this because I want you to be aware that you have the choice to react or not to anything that someone says. And what I'm saying usually is to plant a seed, And then it's up to you to either process it and resonate with it or not. And both are very fine. There is no judgment. It's not what I'm saying. It's just be aware that everything that I'm saying, it's to plant a seed, especially if those notions are new to you. I'm going to take cancer as an example. Usually, when someone is diagnosed with cancer, why, nowadays it's like you have cancer, it's like you're dead, basically. You're done. It's like the worst thing that can happen to you is for you to get a cancer. And why is that? This is a belief because the doctors present this to the person this way, and what is happening is that the patient is, it's like, I have 6 months left to live, or I have a year to live. And this is what the doctor is telling them. And what they're putting into their brain is that basically they are done. And the thing is that if the person is not aware enough to know that she has a choice, then usually this is what happens. The person 6 months, a year after, is just going to die. And why? Because not especially because of a cancer, but because of the belief. Beliefs are so powerful. You cannot even imagine how beliefs are powerful. Beliefs is everything. If you believe you can get yourself out of something, you will. If you believe you can't, you won't. And there's a quote now, I can't remember it, but it's basically, it's from Einstein. Now I don't remember what it is. But it's something like this. It's basically whatever you believe will happen. So if you believe you can do something, it will happen. If you believe you can't, it won't happen. You won't make it. And because this event is more focused on health, I wanted to take this example because I know it's powerful, and I know it's something that is tricky for people, but try to not go into the emotional or try to not get defensive about this that I'm saying right now. Instead, realize. I mean, try to take it with some distance and see how it's actually what's happening. Whatever, usually most people, because the person has a diploma, they're a doctor, everything they say is like the truth. No, I'm sorry, it's not. What it is that they have a knowledge, and this knowledge they have acquired it from a school and education that has been training them in a certain way. That's it. And when it comes to medical school, if you go back into history, you will see that what has been happening started in the 1900s, and it was two guys, Rockefeller and Carnegie. I can never remember his name, and they wanted to start this business with those medication because they could see it was profitable, and because of this, they started to integrate medical school, the board, because then they could have control. They could start to have control over this, and at the same time, what they were doing, they were supporting those schools financially, and this led to the disappearance of chiropractic, homeopathy, naturopathy, all of those other schools and alternative medicines, and it ended up in the early 1950s with only medical school, and that were actually all kind of controlled by pharma, what is today pharma. And that means that what's been happening is that doctors are just people who are trained to prescribe a pill or to get rid of a symptom. They are not trained to cure a root. Why? It's nothing against them, it's just this is what the medical school is teaching. And whereas if you take Chinese medicine, if you take Ayurveda, if you take all those traditional medicine, those ones are actually approaching the body, first of all, from a whole, so mind, body, and soul, holistic, because for them they know that it's all everything is related, and you can't just prescribe something to get rid of a symptom and expect the person to feel better. You may feel better on the short term, but on the long run, it's just going to keep coming back, and usually 10 times, or it's going to be something else. It's going to manifest in a different way. So be aware of this. It's not because the person has a white suit, has a white not suit, but like is dressed in white. I don't know how you call it. That they know everything. It's not. And I'm not saying that they are bad people. I'm just saying question it. Make your own research. Take their advice, but then make your research and see if this is actually good for you or not. And don't take everything they say as something that is written in stone and it's done. It's not. It's really not. You have a choice. You can choose, and it's very important to be aware of this. So, sorry, I just get another issue with the internet, so I'm going to try and quit, as they say. Sorry about that. So try to, especially with everything that's happening right now, try to really question everything, and question even what I'm saying. Just question everything. Just make your own research, and you have loads of websites. You have you have PubMed. You have different medical websites if you really want, if you are really into a scientist approach and all, and you have studies on everything that I'm saying. So, that I'm saying. So just make your own research and see for yourself, and then make up your mind and choose. But don't how can I say? Don't come from a place that because the person has this or this diploma and is dressed in white, they know everything. Like, don't. It's not because a government is going to make a decision that is for your best interest. Just question it. Make your research. So this is what I mean, especially also when it comes to detoxifying your mind. It's to really starting to take ownership of it. So you want to start really become aware of your thoughts and of your emotions, and that means removing negativity. It means removing, your becoming aware of what your beliefs are, of what the patterns are, and everything that is getting in the way, and both for your health or for something else. Because if right now you're not in a place that is satisfying for you, basically something's wrong. And when I say something's wrong, I mean that there is something in your belief system, in your programming, in your brain, that is not serving you. And it's important to be aware of this and to then start to see what it is, because unless you solve this, unless you push through this, it's going to keep controlling you. So it's going to keep stopping you from getting where you want to go, basically. And the other thing is try to start catching yourself up with what you tell to yourself, because we usually are our worst enemy, and I speak from experience. So try to catch yourself up. Like every time you say, what if, and something negative, instead of this, why not choosing what if and something positive? What if it works? What if everything goes fine? What if I'm healthy? What if I recover? We tend to always go for the negative, to try to see what the worst could happen. But this is because it's control based, it's fear based, and so we try to control everything that's happening because somehow it gives us a feeling of being safer, of being in control, when it's all really an illusion. You will never. The only thing you can control is your thoughts and your emotions. It's the only thing you can control, and based on that, you can make choices, and that's it basically. This is the only thing you can control. You cannot control people around you. You cannot control your environment. What's happening in the world. You cannot control anything apart from everything. Apart from what's coming from you, and from you, it's your thoughts. It's your frequency basically. So thoughts, emotions, and then you take action. Meaning you make choices, and based on those choices, you know, a door will open, a door will close, but this is really the only thing that you can control. And when it comes to your health, you're the best one who knows what is best for you, no one else. So when you start by, at least when the first step is to get rid of this toxicity in your mind, and that will remove some crappy stuff that you have going on in there, and then it will start you to become clearer. You get more clarity, allowing new things to come into your life. The other thing is that it's important to be aware of the energy around you. I will talk a bit more about this Saturday when it comes to to your environment. But something that is crucial is to see the relationship that you have in your life, and to see whether these are serving you or not, and to start to become crystal clear that whatever is not serving you is not a part of your life anymore. And when you get to this place, you start to see actually how you start to meet people who are like-minded, and then you start to have people you can, as long as you will keep doing things that you're not aligned with, you will keep attracting these kind of people in your life. Whereas when you start to be crystal clear with what you want, and therefore what you don't want, you will also start to attract those people who are on the same frequency as you are. And if you are in this place where you want to start really detoxifying your life, basically detoxifying your mind, that really includes detoxifying the people you spend time with. Because if those people are people who are like gossiping all the time, sorry, thank you Lisa for letting me know. I don't know what's happening. I'll have to figure that out for tomorrow. So hopefully, I will finish like this for today. But yeah, let's see how it is. I'll try to fix this for tomorrow. So yeah, you want to really get rid of drama, chaos, gossiping, negative thoughts, and you want to remove this from yourself. But therefore, you also want to remove the people around you who are like this, because if those people are like this and you spend time with them, you're just going to fall back into those patterns that you want to get away from. The other thing that I want to tell you, and I will finish with this, I'm not going to make it too long today, especially if there's this connection problem, is that it's important to be clear and to know that this is not a smooth ride. When you start to, detoxifying your life, resetting your lifestyle, it doesn't happen overnight, because it's clearly changing habits. And changing habits usually take between 21 to 30 days. So you want to be patient with yourself, and you want to really support yourself in this, and you want to be aware that, again, it's not an overnight process. So be gentle with yourself, take it one step at a time. And this is why usually it's hard to do it on your own. Why? Because it requires energy. It requires, it's good to have someone who is outside, because and who has the overall view of it, and who's able to tell you, okay, start here, and then is this, kind of like a plan. Because when you're in it, you have a hard time to do it, because, or you start and then you fall back, because it's hard, because it requires a reprogramming, it requires discipline, commitment. So it's a process. So that's why keep in mind that it's not a smooth ride, and it's usually a roller coaster. So and it's normal. It's how it's supposed to be, basically, because we're humans, and it's like you can make the choice, but then you're going to have some fallbacks here and there, and again, that's normal. And the last thing I want to say is really that what I said at the beginning is well, so your beliefs are really everything that usually are keeping you in your way. But at the same time, it's that start to be open to, are you open to receive or not? Because the more you're open to receive, the more you will be able to give back. You cannot give if your cup is empty. It's not possible. Or if you give, you won't give from a heart-based place. You will give from a scarcity place, and it's not going to give the results you want. So fill up your cup first, and create the changes that you want for yourself, and then you can go and help whoever it is that you want to help. But don't try to go for something when you're not there yet, because otherwise, again, it's going to come from a scarcity place, which is not going to have the result you expect. Why? Because your frequency is going to be low, so you're going to attract people who are not the ones you are expecting for. So yeah, that's mainly it. That's what I wanted to share with you today. As I said, I'm not going to do it too long because of this connection problem. So I can't really see who is online or not. I just saw Lisa your messages. Thank you, but I think it also arrives with a delay. So just one last thing, just really keep in mind that your spirits, the purity of your spirits, it's crucial when it comes to having a healthy life, healthy lifestyle, and having a lifestyle that is going to support your health. Your mind is it's crucial. The power that your mind has over your body is freaking amazing. And this is why I gave this example with the cancer, because you can really get to choose whatever you want for yourself. So don't let anyone else tell you what to do. Just choose for yourself and make the decision for yourself, and then you go for it. And when someone tells you something, make your decision based on your research, based on what feels good to you. And I'm not saying don't go with whoever is telling you something. I'm just saying that you want to make your own research so you can make the decision with all the information that you need or that you feel you need. So that's it for today. I hope it helps. Sorry again for the connection issue, and I will be talking to you tomorrow. Bye, guys.